This is question number 13 of the 2013 KCPE maths exam, and it says Wandera used an eighth of his plot of land as homestead, a third for flowers, a quarter for Napier grass, and the remainder for vegetables. If the area for vegetables was 280 meters squared, what was the area for flowers? So, okay, so we're told. So the best thing to do here in this kind of question is to highlight the key information that we're given. So an eighth of the plot is used for homestead, a third for flowers, a quarter for Napier grass, and the remainder for vegetables. So we're not told exactly what proportion is used for vegetables, but we can work that out by doing 1 subtract. In fact, I'll use a nicer colour pen. 1 subtract an eighth, subtract a third, subtract a quarter. And the easiest way to subtract these is to turn them into equivalent fractions. And the way we do that is finding the lowest common multiple of 8, 3, and 4. The lowest common multiple of 8, 3, and 4 is 24. So we put all of these here, including the 1, over 24. So let's do that. So we get 24, this is all over 24, remember, take away 8, so 1/8 in terms of equivalent, in terms of 1 over 20, in terms of 24ths would be 3 24ths, take away 8 24ths, take away 6 24ths. So when we subtract these, what we get is 24 take away 11 take away 6, which is the same as 24 take away 17, which is 7 over 24. So 7 over 24 is the proportion of the land that he uses for vegetables. So right, we have that information. So we can now work out, so we can now begin to work out what area this is equivalent to. So let's move this up here, and let's see, what do we already know? Okay, so we know that 280 meters squared is equivalent to 7/24. So we want to find out what the whole is. So x meters squared is the whole of the land that he has. So we need to find a way of turning this 280 into x. So how do we turn 7/24 into 1? Well, to turn 7/24 into 1, we need to times by 24 and divide by 7. So do the opposite of what's been done here to turn 1 into 7/24, which was to times by 7 and divide by 24. So let's do the same here to this 280. So we're doing 280 times by 24 divided by 7, and that will give us what x is, and that's equal to x, and that will give us the whole, the total area of the land. So what does that come to? 280 times by 24. So you can do this on your calculator for the practice, but obviously you can't do it on your calculator for the exam because it's a non-exam. It's a non-calculator paper. So we get 960 is the total amount of land we have. So we know for sure, and we're asked the area that is devoted to flowers. So we know for sure that the answer to the question is definitely not D. So we need to work out how much is devoted to flowers. We need to work out what proportion it is that's devoted to flowers, that's a third, and we need to times that by 960. So 960 times by a third is the same as 960 divided by 3, and that is 320 meters squared. So the answer is C, 320 meters squared.